Cryptocurrencies have long been discussed and debated, but they are now coming to light as financial tools that can be accessible and useful to more than only die-hard connoisseurs. Cryptocurrencies have the potential to enable social and economic growth throughout the world, including developing countries by offering easier access to capital and financial services. Hello, I'm Smriti, Executive Content Editor for Blockchain Magazine, and today in our blog interview series, we have Max Krupschew, CEO of CoinSpade. We are going to discuss how the cryptocurrency industry can contribute towards economic growth, growth of decentralized finance, and much more. Max, it is an absolute pleasure to have you here today. So we wanted
Pleasure is mine, Spencer.
Thank you. So we wanted to begin with what brought you to CoinSpade and what is it? Tell us more about it to our audience. What kindled your interest in the blockchain and cryptocurrency industry?
Yeah, I will start with the second one. So I started with crypto in 2013. I was living in Ukraine at that time, and we just started developing some simple software with my friends. And then I became interested almost immediately. I started with the mining in the parallel. What brought me to kind of like understand what the machine is really doing. And that is how I started to understand the whole idea behind the blockchain and the Bitcoin in particular, because at that time it was mostly Bitcoin and just a few more altcoins. I was working with Cex.io. Ghash was a mining pool. I co-founded Bitcoin Foundation Ukraine, was doing a lot of educational events, and also was hosting weekly events as Satoshi Square, where basically in these early days of crypto, we gathered in the park and exchanged crypto. Basically, this trend arrived from London. And then, over the years in different projects, in 2019, in the beginning, I was hired by CoinSpade as the head of business development. And in just 3 months, I was appointed as a CEO. And since then, I'm basically responsible for the success of the project and already group of brands.
That's really glad to hear. So, we want to understand that what are the most common misconceptions about your service?
So what we do, right? We are already in an ecosystem. So what is our main goal is to basically bring cryptocurrency and blockchain services to businesses and individuals. So those are who are not particularly into the industry, but they need to solve some of their daily activities with cryptocurrency. So we make it easy to get into and to use it as a business, right? So right now, speaking about ecosystem, right, we have OTC, we have crypto processing, we have B2B and B2C wallets for individuals and businesses. And this all kind of like made very simple. So as main product is crypto processing, main misconception that usually merchants ask is, despite details of cryptocurrency being unclear, right? And we do a lot of education, of course, all every day and every month I'm hosting a webinar to understand. But the winner is basically merchants afraid of price fluctuations. So mostly my B2B clients asking, but accepting cryptocurrency is risky because it's fluctuating in price. Yes. And honestly, 5-6 years working only with payments in cryptocurrency, I still don't really understand where this misconception is coming from, because basically all the providers, and we are in particular, we exchange crypto into the fiat immediately, right? So when, for example, the customer pays in Ethereum for some goods over the internet, and the original price of goods, let's say, right, because this is the currency that everyone understands. As soon as it sends, let's say, a fraction of Ethereum, it's immediate into USD and deposited to the merchant account. Usually, every discussion with the client, with the potential who never dealt with cryptocurrency, starts with this question.
Got it. So, worldwide security is the main concern of users. How does your system address the security issue?
Yeah, security has been a problem and the challenge for all the fintech organizations. And with crypto, it even became more important, right? Because stealing crypto is kind of like easier to not leave the trail when you compare to stealing from the bank accounts and so on. So, of course, all the cryptocurrency exchanges, businesses have always been kind of like an easy aim for the hackers. And of course, for a business which operates with the client's funds and so on, any case with the security breach or any hacker attack which ends up successfully leaves the reputational trace on the company. So it's not even about that the money were stolen, it's just about that the system has the vulnerability. There is no key that will basically solve all the issues. It's always about investments and about thinking about security from the start. So despite of having security experts in-house, despite of creating all the software that we develop with security in mind, we do security audits every quarter with the big brands, with the small brands who specialize on the white hat hacking or in general on the web security. We had audit from Kaspersky, from the 10 Guards, which is basically a white hat hacker group. And we do it every quarter. We started basically in the beginning of the last year. So we're still selecting the one for the Q2 this year.
Great. So, how critical has the decentralized finance trend been to fueling new growth in the cryptocurrency industry?
I mean, as we see, right, this recent hype in the cryptocurrency market, which is kind of like right now again on the bottom.
True.
Probably those of you who follow the market, you started hearing about DeFi and decentralized finance.
Yeah.
Probably in 2020 for sure. Maybe some of you even heard about it in 2019. Me personally, I was thinking about how to create decentralized exchange before Ethereum. And I didn't invent anything because it was not kind of easy to understand how to do it without the contract, right? Which appeared only really on Ethereum. So these ideas have been in the minds of people already for a long time. But only really with appearance of Ethereum, it became a reality. And of course, all these inventions in the decentralized industry needs a lot of, time. For example, Bitcoin, right? It was released, in 2009?
Yeah.
And before 2011, nobody really heard about this. I very rarely see the person who say, I'm in crypto before 2011, right? Because it was just kind of, I have a feeling it was hundreds of people, not really thousands. So same happens when somebody just invented something on Ethereum, right? And they have challenges, they solve challenges, and looks like 2020 was the year when DeFi finally solved the most important challenges and these products really became usable. So I think in many ways, this recent growth of cryptocurrency is mostly because of DeFi. So basically what it gives, so DeFi is fueling the industry in the way that it really absorbs it magnets the funds of the people who never had access to the banking, right? Or those who live in the countries where the banking either is not so good, or the financial system or the currency inside of the country might not be ideal for investments. So what people found, I believe, with the appearance of DeFi, that they can completely free invest their money in the protocols which are designed for investing, completely decentralized. So they don't really need to use the banks anymore to use their funds how they want it. And DeFi is kind of already grown, right?
Yeah.
Ahead of those what we saw just a year ago. And of course, people started exploring DeFi, and it basically created the same kind of like a snowball that we saw before, which started just increasing in size because of the popularity. I believe there would be also future growth, future developments in this field, but at least we can say that 2021 became a year when DeFi really appeared as the product on the market.
Absolutely. So you would like to say that you're optimistic about the growth of the DeFi category?
Yeah, I believe there are a lot of more interested things that are coming in the future in this space.
Yeah.
So I feel that right now in 2020, in 2021, we only started to see that how institutional investors are being dragged into the market, right? Which usually makes a sign that already funds and institutional investors are interested in the space, right? We see that it reached kind of like the level of maturity that I already mentioned. A bit of the numbers. So the total value locked in the DeFi is already reaching 70 billion, right? So it's already relatively a big amount, and we understand that this amount already means something. The whole capitalization of the crypto just a year ago was 150 billion. So right now, DeFi is half of the money which were in the industry a year ago, right? So just imagine, right? It's already a big amount. So I believe that the market moved already ahead of those people who were just in DeFi to earn quick money, right? Just to invest and earn money quickly. So right now, it already dragged the people who are here for a long time, and we see that projects appearing which are aimed to exist for years.
Got it. So are there any DeFi projects you feel are particularly ambitious? Any particular trend that stands out in your mind?
I would say in general, new blockchains that appear that supports DeFi in slightly different ways. You see, right, how DeFi appeared on Ethereum, right? But then it was clear that the gas price are expensive and so on. You see how Binance quickly kind of like created their own Binance Smart Chain, which is slightly cheaper than Ethereum. There are argues that it is relatively centralized. I would agree, right? So centralized DeFi is something new that appeared also recently. But you see that on the Cardano, they are creating already the tools for DeFi and for the contracts in general. Polkadot, which honestly I noticed only a year ago. During the summer 2020, they are also quite a popular player in the industry. Speaking about the projects, Chainlink, I think is an interesting one, right? It allows the projects to build the contracts and DeFi, but also have a way to speak with an outer world. This is an Aave, the Compound, right? Which are already big players, which allow people to invest their money and to lend money that they need for the trading or whatever. And the Uniswap, right? Of course, I believe that this industry became what it is today, mostly because of the Uniswap, right? It gave really access to the people to exchange almost any crypto to any crypto inside of one blockchain, but in completely decentralized way. I believe that a lot of the projects tried. It didn't work for them, but the Uniswap is, I believe, what basically brought all the industry in the way how it is right now. And also, it's nice to see, right, that they with the existence and with the appearance of DeFi, really blockchain have officially stopped being only about cryptocurrency, right? It's right now almost a financial infrastructure. Right, it's not only about cryptocurrencies; it's about the tokens for anything. Right, it's not only about real money; it can be about assets and what you name. Right. What I wanted to add.
Okay.
Yeah, also just wanted to mention one more thing, right? So what we do right now, that DeFi is not only trying to replace the financial instruments, this also tries to rethink financial instruments, so to move it from existing ones, which are only trying to streamline the flows, but in DeFi, new projects are more high-end, and they try to rethink the processes and make them more streamlined, exclude the middleman, and so on.
Interesting. So, what are the primary benefits of decentralized finance in general, in your opinion? And there are any use cases you can division that have not yet been realized or experimented with?
Yeah, so what I see, basically speaking about the countries and the people who are still unbanked, with decentralized exchanges, there is still a challenge because people still need the identity. They still need to complete the KYC on the platforms, which
Yeah.
is of course a good thing. But with DeFi, it allowed them only to have internet. So with an internet, you can basically enjoy the completely decentralized way of dealing with your funds. So you don't need banks anymore. It was already available with just the cryptocurrency, right? But right now in this decentralized way, you also have financial instruments. So you can not only replace the way how you work with your money, but also how you invest your funds without really trusting anyone. With the CoinSpade, what we do, because we have a lot of the customers who are pretty much retail clients,
Mhm.
right, and businesses who are mostly dealing with existing business models, right? They are not, so to say, blockchain savvy. So
Correct.
what we are doing, yeah. So what we are doing, we are planning to launch our DeFi ecosystem to allow our clients to kind of like have an easy bridge to deal with DeFi, to be able to invest, to lend, to stake their funds in the protocols of decentralized exchanges, so to enjoy the decentralized world as well. We are launching this relatively soon, so follow our updates.
Sure. So, what does the future hold for CoinSpade?
Yeah, this holds a lot. I think that we have an amazing team. We have an amazing goal in the industry. Right now, I have a feeling that we are at the right place, at the right spot. Um, so everything that we invented before, it really worked, right? So we are streamlining the payment flow. Right now, we are strengthening our B2C presence, so creating an easy wallet to support our merchants as well, who have a fair amount of customers. So it's only about inventing something new, trying it on the market, rethinking and learning from your mistakes. So I believe that we will see, but I just have a feeling it's not a question of if it will help us grow or if it will work, but more like a question of when, how soon we would be able to invent, try, reinvent, and launch to the market again.
Quite assuring. What advice would you like to give to entrepreneurs looking to start their careers in the cryptocurrency industry?
So I was that guy a few years ago. So I believe there is pretty much a streamline flow. So if you are curious how to join some company or start your own project, it all starts from education. So right now on the YouTube, over the internet, there are plenty of different materials, very quality videos. Every company kind of like have their own blog and even some educational materials in the blog as well, because this is kind of like the goal of every crypto enthusiast and every business is to educate new people. um, so you have to understand. I have a girlfriend who is just recently into crypto. So what she did, she just started with YouTube, studying the history of money, started studying the history of financial systems. As
Mm.
soon as you understand what it is, then you easily start to notice the challenges and the problems of these industries, and then it's easy for you to understand why even the blockchain and crypto appeared. Then you start reading how blockchain work, right? What are crypto? Then you understand trading. Then you start digging into what is decentralized. You understand DeFi, and then you just dig in the direction that you are interested in. You find the project that you are like that you really like and that you like the business model, and then you just contact them and say, "I would like to be a part." And honestly, right now, everyone in crypto industry is hiring. So if you really understand the project well, if you understand the industry, they would hire you with pleasure, right? So right now it's probably the easiest time when you really want to get into crypto or to start a project. Investors are relatively interested in investing into new ideas. All crypto companies are hiring like crazy. I think this year it's only May. We already grown twice. We grown from 50 employees to 100 employees in 5 months. So everybody hiring. So the main problem is that people don't understand the industry. If you really dig deep, then everyone would be happy to hire you. And the more you know about the industry, the higher the possibility that you will invent some projects that are really bringing some value to the market and to clients.
Great. I think that is it for now. Thank you, Max, for your time. It was great having you here. Till the time, dear
Thank
viewers,
you very
stay
much.
tuned with us for the next interview. It was great having you here, Max.